Welcome to Firewood Fella. My name's Tyler, and in this video we're talking about the International Firewood Expo 2025, provided by Ohio Woodburner. I was fortunate enough to be able to tag along with Chris from In the Woodyard to go down to this show, and he also brought his brother Ken to the show, and Logger Jason was able to tag along with us as well. So we had a full truck of 4 people going down to the Ohio show here, and it was about a 10 to 11 hour drive to get to northeastern Ohio, and I was stuck in the back seat the whole time, which was fine. It was bigger than the front seat was from what I was told. And then all the stuff you see here is from all the raffle baskets that you could have possibly have entered into if you were at the show. It was a really good show. They had about 60 vendors there and a lot of new and improved equipment, some old equipment. A lot of equipment that was already there was sold from a lot of manufacturers, which is always a good thing to see. And I was just very impressed with the layout and everything like that, and I'm hoping it continues to grow for only being in the second year. I would love to see it get bigger and have some other vendors come into the show. Friday was a beautiful day, nice and sunny. They were talking possible chances of rain showers throughout the day, and it never happened. It missed us completely, which we were thankful for. But Saturday was pretty cold and rainy and wet, so we decided that morning that we were going to check out of our hotel, go to the show for a couple hours until about noon or so, and then we were hoping to head out. So the first vendor I got here was SplitForce, and these are some of your drivable models that you're able to stand on and drive them around the wood around your yard and stuff like that. And they have some with the attached conveyor or non-attached conveyor, and they are all, I believe, vertical splitters. And I heard some rumors that they might be coming out with some new equipment later this summer that you might be seeing on someone's channel here in the near future, which will be exciting for the Woodhound community to see some new equipment come out. Then we had Splitfire here. Someone bought this model and put my sticker right on top of their new machine. This machine that was actually at the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria in Indiana back in April. So someone bought that at the show, and they had about 3 or 4 different models to choose from, and they did some demo work that I was able to get on footage here for you. More of the action of the Splitfire vertical splitter, check out Dan from the York Woods YouTube channel. He's a good guy and he's got some nice content. And right here is the Brute Force Semi-Pro, and if you can tell, it looks a little bit different than mine. There's been some changes to the Brute Force Semi-Pro, and you'll be seeing some more content come out about that in the near future here, about the differences between this splitter and my splitter. If you can tell some of the differences compared, put it down in the comments below. I want to see what your initial thoughts are on this machine here before the video comes out. I'm interested to see if it's some things I like and some things I'm not so sure about, but I'd have to actually run it personally to be able to kind of get exactly a good feel for everything of which one I prefer. But I'm very happy with my splitter, and I don't plan on upgrading anytime soon. And then right here we have the Brute Force 1424 Firewood processor. This is one of your smaller units, I believe, and it's a very easy to go setup, it looks like, with a bar saw, and all the controls are right there, and you can manipulate the wood however you want. And then right next to them they had Timberwolf and one of their firewood processors, along with their smaller conveyor. Right here we have the Blockbuster 1520. And then here we have hardworking man's Allwood that he brought down from Michigan to the show to help out Allwood and have some demo models, along with the new Birch series that is right here. And then Russ from Willie's Firewood brought down his Musclewood as well to demo that. Wolf Ridge brought down a lot of equipment, and some of it was able to walk away on Friday before I got a chance to get some video footage of it on Saturday. That was sold. I believe every single model that they brought down was already claimed and sold, which is really cool. If I didn't have my brute force, this would be some splitters that I'd be looking into personally. And I really love the color of the 17 VS. I really like, and this is a new product here that I think I might actually consider getting one of these at some point, possibly, because I think it'd be good for some of the limbwood I got to deal with at home from work. And then Hartville Hardware and Lumber came in with a load of equipment from all their vendors. They had one of their Yappas here with a show special, along with their live deck. And this is, I believe, this is the same machine that Ohio Joe uses in his yard. And then they also had the PTO version here as well. And this is the Yappa 315 processor that is PTO driven with just the conveyor. And then Wolf Ridge from Hartville Products had a lot of their splitters available. And right here is the 28C Pro X and 22RS that was here. And I believe most of these machines were available for purchase as well, which was nice to see that people were able to kind of purchase some equipment here at the show and it wasn't already claimed for like a lot of the shows are. And this thing is a monster of a machine. And then they had some really pretty, looks like maples that was spalted on their log saw bandsaw mill. Another vendor of Hartville products or Hartville hardware. As you see how Multi-Tech was down there, and then we have some oak here on the wood misers that was milled in the rain. It really made that wood grain kind of pop, which is really sweet. And Wood Misers is new to the market with their log splitter. I don't think they've ever had a log splitter before here, and this is an interesting one. It's got a double-sided box wedge for their log splitter. And I think there'd be some people that'd be really interested in having something like this in their yard. Just not for me personally. But as you can see here at the end here, we're going to be milling a log. But that's all I got time for in Firewood, fellas. Thanks for watching.